Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott Binsack, CEO and founder of MFA. I'm here live, Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. I'll be taking you on a walkthrough into Mandalay Bay in the area right below where the alleged shooter was. Hello, everyone. It's a sorrow day here. I have exclusive photos from where so many have gathered here to say their respects from all over the world. People are coming here. I was just there myself and said my respects, and with one of our members of MFA, Mike, and we have been investigating this now for several days. I'm almost positive we know what happened here. And we have the footage, the photographs, and information to prove it. So I'm going to take you on a tour here, and I'm going to give you some information that I can verify that people have asked me on the internet. Please share this to everybody in the group, because I'm only doing this in the group right now. When I'm done with this video, if any of you have video capture software, please capture it and download it. You're a group member, I'm giving you that permission, but not to share it, but just to hold it, just in case. Okay? It'll be saved on my phone, and then I will put it up live in MFA TV. As I showed you when I came on here, I'm on the corner here. I've already put some pictures. We've already done a drive-through. We've been permitted. We were permitted into Mandalay Bay to retrace the steps of the taxi cab driver. I'll be doing a live video after this from the car, showing you where the traces of the taxi cab went. We're in the corner of her left driver's side mirror. You saw clear muzzle flash. These are not strobes, these are not anything, and we're almost 99% positive we know where it came from. I've also interviewed other people who I'm gonna leave that for another green screen show for their names, even some victims in the hospital that have gotten wounds, very bad wounds, close wounds. And again, I'm gonna reverse this to show you where I'm standing. You can see they have plywooded up the 32nd floor windows. I want to point out that they're 9 across exactly and 11 down from the top of the row there where they stopped, meaning not the top row but the main floor. And again, on the date of October 1st, all this comes out to be 09/11/01, the same day that the last major false flag event happened in the United States, which I fully believe 9/11 was a false flag, as do millions of others. This case, no motive. This man was gambling before. I was the first to report that, and was confirmed by the Las Vegas, Nevada Police Department 24 hours before. He was gambling. This man is an acute... Trying to flip my screen around, so I apologize. And it's not flipping around for me. Okay, there we go. This man was a serious alcoholic and a serious gambler. I can confirm that over and over and over again by numerous sources personally that know this man, and people that I know from coming here and being, we'll just say, knowing these people. And these are officials of resorts that work here and know this man and gamble. As I was reported that he was gambling right before this. This man is a patsy. I don't care if they say he sent $100,000. The government can put $100,000 in anyone's account. I don't care if he took a cruise and he allegedly did this, or this. Remember one thing, everybody. JFK, Oswald. There was a look-alike for Oswald. They saw him and put him all over the place at certain times to set this man up. You see the interviews with Oswald right after the shooting and day after, before he got shot by Jack Ruby. He said, I want a lawyer. I've been hit by the police. I've been all this innocent. He never fired a shot from the book depository window. And I fully believe that Stephen never fired a shot, period, from the windows on the 32nd floor. I'm going to point out something to everybody. If I can make sure my phone will, because I'm using my phone instead of, okay. So now here's the 32nd floor window. We come across, and I'm going to point something out maybe you guys can picture. What is this? Do you see these two large structures here? There are stairs, elevators, and windows inside of this large structure. It's under new construction, and the police have that whole area blocked off, this construction site. Okay? Those are new. Inside of them are hollow. You'll see window openings, and then from the top. Now, if I turn and go right over here, you will see the concert venue right there, okay? If you remember from the videos you're seeing on YouTube that are verifiable from people, young kids and others and family in front of where the concert venue was who had first row seats, they pointed to shots, and a couple of them got slumped over and shot almost right there. If you remember, they pointed directly behind the stage, not to the right, not to the left. They pointed directly, and I can show you this video on green screen when I get back to our studios this coming week. They pointed right behind the stage. What is right behind the stage exactly? Look right there. And those are massive structures, by the way. We're standing in front of them far away, but they are huge. And they have windows, and what a perfect place. It is a locked off construction area. It's a great way to shoot. Shell casings dropped, no problem. And it will go, and it ties into the people who are pointing directly behind the stage and even other information that we have. Now I'm going to point out something else to you. From here, that's where all the people were gathered, and that alleged security guard, over behind me you'll see the white stage area there where people are sitting for this concert. Everybody's seen the security guard video that they accuse this man of shooting people right there up close, okay? I'm going to leave that theory alone. I don't buy that theory at all, okay? Sorry, I just don't. So now I'm going to explain something else to you. People were dropping as they were running out this gate over here on, so I can watch my finger, right over there. I want you to look at the building right parallel to that, okay? In that building, it's almost the exact same height as the 32nd floor, and I'm going to point something out to you, okay? I'm going to keep walking over here so you can see this because it's going to shock you. Just hang on. I got to cross because of the cars, okay? All right, you ready? I'm going to show you something. And if anybody knows about anything to take out for a mass shooting or anything of the above, I want you to look at that building. I can't zoom in with this camera, but I have close-ups of what we're going to show you from the ground up close. If you look where my finger is, okay, this goes right in line with the concert where everybody was getting shot, and you heard the second set of shots from the back. Right up there on the top windows, they open. They are wide open as we speak. Some of the windows on the top level there. There are high roller, top roller suites at the top, tied to where? MGM. We'll get into the MGM part of this and how one of the main owners of MGM sold his stock 2 weeks before this incident, and is also tied to a main security company that manufactures and owns the new type of scanners, body scanners and things that'll be in every casino, every arena across the United States very shortly with our government. Right there, that window is open. Right there, it's a perfect shot. Right down in. First shots right there. They point directly behind the stage. Watch my finger. Okay, watch my finger. Boom. Okay. They all point that way. People were shot from that direction. There's video of it. Now you go to the second set of shots, and you can hear this echo out in the taxi cab driver's video and others, especially the taxi cab driver video with the sounds in the back on her car. It's very important to hear the sounds which we're having analyzed. The second shots rang out from a top window right up there in the top, and those all open, by the way. I have exclusive footage from there very close. There's the second shots. The third shots, to make everything look good, came right from right there. Now, what I believe has happened, there was no hammer, there was no shooting of this glass from the inside. The possibility here is that snipers from over there or over here took out these windows from the outside. They shot them both out, exactly 11 down, 9 across, to make it look like. Steven's in that room. He would be having to be shooting out of either one of these windows. I believe they were shot from the outside. That's why they left a hammer there on the floor, to make you believe that he broke them from the inside. Okay? 1,000%. Now, and this taxi cab driver's video is key for sound as well as muzzle flash in her mirror. And I'm going to we've already retraced her steps, and I'm going to be bringing you that by video to give you my final conclusion on this, on top of other stuff that I would need a green screen to show you. This is a typical hit style shooting. In other words, you have one spot, second spot, and then one. You'll have the one from the towers I just showed you, which is perfect, and the cops have that thing all blocked off, and it's a brand new construction site. There would be no one to see any shells, no one to get anything, see anything, and that points and goes with every video that comes from in front of the stage. People were all pointing directly behind the stage. not to the right where Mandalay Bay is, not to the left where the security guard was, and not behind them at that time. The first shots right as the singer ran off the stage. That's also very curious to me, how that man, everybody, the shots just started, he runs immediately, he ducks and runs immediately off the stage before anybody else even knows what's going on. It's a very strange thing, I'm sorry to say, and he has some serious ties. This country singer, I'm not going to mention his name on here, but you all know who he is. From there, you will take them out from this window that to the left, like I was showing you, okay? And what do we have right here? Right in front of it, we have the Great Black Pyramid, okay? From Luxor, Illuminati symbol, okay? I'll do it again. Let me reverse. Again, first shots. Right here, come right down. Zoom right to the stage. That's where everybody pointed and saw, and the first were killed. From there, secondary shots ring out, and it matches even the sounds, and the shots ring out and match the taxi cab driver's sound videos. Boom. Right, here's our Great Black Pyramid of the Illuminati. Third shots. Boom. Right from up there to make it look like this man shot everybody from this window, yet there was no muzzle flash to see, and now they say he shot from further back in the room. No disrespect, that is a fucking empty story, okay? If you were to shoot inside this room, you would have more flash coming from the outside, and now they're saying you use muzzle flash suppressors. Bullshit. No way. And on top of that, it's impossible for the sounds, because the last set of shots and where the muzzle flash is picked up from the taxi cab driver's windows come directly from there. I'm telling you, I'll show you and prove it to you. That was the grand finale, so to speak, for the fireworks, to make sure that it looked like the shooter was from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay, and to stack this room with weapons, all the alike. Put his car full of explosives. The guy doesn't even know how to use fucking explosives. He wasn't trying to get away. It's a whole malarkey story, and I have other evidence, clear evidence from people, I mean real people, to back up this theory I have right here, and I'm telling you, it's pretty conclusive, all right? That's what happened here, okay? I'm telling you right now. And he wasn't working for the FBI. That is propaganda. He was not dealing with ISIS. That is the story that has been put out as the original cover story, as I told you. As soon as the shooting happened, ISIS, and I'd love to know who got on the phone from ISIS and just decided to call the mainstream media and say, hey, by the way, this guy is tied to ISIS. We're taking care of this, and he's tied to this thing. Who the hell? Nobody knows where that came from. It was put to Reuters and Associated Press. Who's going to give it to Reuters and Associated Press? It's owned by who? Everybody knows who Reuters and Associated Press are. You should. The Rothschild family, they've owned it since the late 30s, okay? This all ties in and smells of complete false flag, and this is exactly what happened here, I'm telling you. So what I'm going to do now is, instead of walk over here directly under Mandalay Bay, which I can. I have access to go in, and maybe I'll do that. Just stay with me. Well, got to cross the street here, okay? I'll walk over first, and then after this, I'm going to shut this video down and shoot a secondary video from inside the car, retracing the taxi cab driver's steps. Exactly, okay? Exactly. Because this is exactly, and the sounds from her taxi cab match the theory that I'm telling you of the where these first set of shots, boom, 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 first, second shoot, further away a little bit, and then you have the grand finale in the several minutes later from the 32nd floor, and that's where you have this man being framed and set up. He was gambling downstairs before that. He is a drunk. This guy couldn't even plan himself to color a picture inside the lines. He would end up outside the lines and on all four corners and not have anything, okay? So, I don't know if this is blocked off or not. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna walk in it anyway. Now I'm going in right here to Mandalay Bay. Sorry, I might have had to use the other entrance that they said I could use. So I'm gonna bring you right into Mandalay Bay. Okay, you can see this. We're gonna walk through. There's the Mandalay Bay sign. No one is in here except for some few people up front here. It's like a ghost town in this area here. Now we're coming in. And now, everybody's theories about the 4th floor, I'm sorry to tell you, there are no windows that open on the 4th floor, nor are they taken out. I'm going to show you right above me. See it? Boom. There's your 4th floor. None of these windows open, I'm sorry to tell all of you. So all you conspiracy theorists, that there are windows, other blown out here in Mandalay Bay and even around the building, there are no missing windows. anywhere. It's all Photoshop crap from the internet. You're being misled by propaganda. There is the, right there, 32nd floor. Exactly 9 windows across and 11 down. Go figure. October 1st, 9/11/01, pay attention, no coincidences in life. This was a major Illuminati hit, New World Order, I'm telling you now. And it's also tied to one of the major top players of MGM Grand. These are all MGM Grand properties, okay? Now, tell me who brings you the best exclusive video. You don't even see CNN under here. Now, we're going through the tunnel, okay, into Mandalay Bay. Here we go. This tunnel goes across to the front of Mandalay Bay. Okay? Who's bringing this exclusive footage? Alex Jones. Alex Jones. Take a walk, my man. You can't even get access like I can to anything, my man. Pay attention, Mr. Jones, and your false stories and your conspiracy about Antifa and everything else. This has got nothing to do with Antifa, ISIS, or any of the above. Now, look, you see this broken pot? We are exclusively here, right below where the shooting took place. Okay? Hang on a second. Right above me, I want you to all pay attention. There's the windows. Exclusive footage from right here. Here we go. Okay? Notice, none of these windows can open. Okay? None. None of them are blown out. Now I'm going to show you here. This is the front below where everybody thinks. Now this is where the taxi cab driver came through and stopped up in here and then turned out and she went up and sat up over here, which I'm going to retrace for you. And then in her side view mirror you saw a clear muzzle flash that no one picked up on the media until I did in a live show. Now look up above again. No 4th floor windows taken out, no nothing. It's perfect. You see, all perfect. All you conspiracy theorists on the internet, pack your shit because you're in left field. And I can show you here. I'm going to point out to something else to you. Okay? I'm going to point something else out to you. I'm going to point something else out to you. Up above here from that shooting, right, there is a roof in front of me. 2 lower roofs. Okay? 2 lower roofs are right here. I'm going to show you them in 1 second. If he shot all those shots out of that room, right? Number 1, the sound would be the same from the taxi cab, all the above. You wouldn't have people close to the stage shot from the front, which I showed you where the first shooter would be. And number 2, you'd have shell casings. I mean, hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of shell casings. People I've talked to said they heard 400 or 500 shots, which you agree, you can do that. They'd all have to have shell casings to do this, okay? Meaning to do that. So I'm going to show you right there. You see these lower? There's 1 lower and 1 secondary roof. There's the windows. If you're shooting out that window, the shell casings are going to be dropping here and here. And even if he's back in the room, where are the exclusive pictures from in the room showing all these tons of shell casings being spent to prove that this man shot from the window? There was no photos, no nothing at this moment. And if they purposely leaked photos to try to tie this man to this, they would show you piles and piles of shell casings of over thousands of rounds being fired. There's been nothing leaked of that matter, and I know for a fact there are none. And that's from my other source. Okay? So, now, there's nothing here. 0. Garbage. Nothing. Okay? And I can assure you. So now, the taxi cab driver comes here, and we're going to retrace her steps. We're going to come through here. This place is basically closed down, meaning that nobody can, they're not staying here right at the moment. So, we come through here. Sorry, I have cars behind me. And we're going to follow. The taxi cab driver came in. She parked under here.
Stay off to the side, please.
Yep. And through here. So, she comes through here. She hears these shots. She's parked over here, okay? So, you see where it says taxi driving? Goes through, all right? She parks over here. She hears sounds. She comes up in the front here, all right? And then she pulls out in this area right here. Okay? Now I'm exclusively in front of Mandalay Bay to the entrance. This is still a crime scene, so everybody understands that. So is the fare. I'm not showing you my face because I want to keep bringing you what I'm bringing you of this taxi cab driver. We're retracing her steps. She comes through here, and then she pulls up underneath this, comes out of this tunnel. Okay? Sorry, there's a golf cart, one of the maintenance people here. She comes through here and comes out this tunnel right here. Go find her video online. It's also on my show from the other night. She comes out through here. See this road right here? Okay. She comes around this side? No. Exit this side. Now pay attention. You'll remember her driving through here, okay? She comes here, not there. She comes through here and or there, right? I'm showing you both, okay? Where does she go? No, this way. She goes this way, right here. Now, most people would think she would go take the exit. She didn't. She went to Four Seasons Hotel Convention parking and went this way. That's why I said no at first. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? She comes up through here, and we just drove this, just so you know, about half an hour ago. So that's why I was late, everybody. So she comes through here, and then you're going to see the clearest proof of all of where she parked. I want to show you this side. She comes through. Notice these lights up here. You'll see them in her video. Okay? You will see these exactly in her video. And she comes through here, and she ends up parking up there. Now I'm going to retrace those in the car. And she ends up parking down here for a little bit, listening to the gunshots that were coming from her left. The ones that came from her left, thereafter. Now, she comes through there, over to here, and notice these lights. They're key in the video, okay? I want you to gotta watch her video, and we can do these. I'm gonna put two videos side by side when I get back with a green screen to show you when I get back to the East Coast. So, she comes through, over to here, notice that.
Behind her.
Fucking taxis come flying through here, okay? You notice, you'll see this, and where she's hearing these other shots. Now listen, right behind me, I'm gonna turn around, right? I'm gonna show you where she'd be facing and her side view mirror would be. You got me? We're gonna turn now. Side view mirror, you ready? Right up, last grand finale shots are right there in her mirror. The muzzle flash would be picked up exactly as we have it, and that's why the sound was so loud. If you notice, the last shots in the taxi cab video driver of the shooting was extremely loud, like it was right over her head, because it really was almost. But the first set of shots were from over that direction and then that direction, as I just showed you the two on my theory. And her shots, she was parked in here when you heard those first shots. Okay, she was parked over here. If the shooter's first shots came from up here, it would be extremely, extremely loud in her video, but it wasn't extremely loud until the third set of shots. And that's why the grand finale was right from there and not the beginning of this shooting. Not even close. And again, I'm gonna bring you right back. Her side view mirror, she's parked over here. You look in the side of her mirror as she's pulling out, and you see exactly, I'm gonna turn this way, where in her mirror? Perfect trajectory of the burst coming from that window to make it a big circus show, to make you believe that this man, Steven, shot these people. End of story. The man on the ground, just so you all know, I'm going to give you another burst of information. The man that was on the ground, in the room, is not Steven. If you look, I've had his photos sent to New York, my family's own funeral home since I was a kid, my great-grandfather, and they specialize, obviously, in, have done hundreds of autopsies and the like. They sent it to their coroner. There is rigor mortis setting in the man that is laying on the floor. You can see the yellowing and the pooling of blood and bruising here and over here, okay, on the side of his head, okay, and you can see rigor mortis setting in. The timing of that doesn't even come close to when they're going to take shots of this man on the floor very quickly after this becomes a crime scene, and they get them there at least within an hour to 2 hours. No way. Dried blood, not dried, but seeped in blood into the carpet, possibly dried, and then a red blotch of blood on top of his head in the wrong spot. We've analyzed those photos into a computer software that is photoshopped, okay? It is photoshopped. And even if they put it there on top of it, it would still show up the same way. This is a complete false flag and setup. I'm out. Pay attention. There's much more to come to this. I have the information, I have the truth, and I'm bringing it to you. Have an incredible day, and please say prayers for all these poor people who lost their lives here for nothing. They lost their lives here, and they were basically sacrificed for that of very sick and evil individuals. This is not some man who is some psychotic person who turns around and decides to just shoot, and injure hundreds of people and plan all this. This guy was a drunk. He was even drunk the day that this happened. Okay, the guy was drunk 24/7, basically. Drunk gambler. He's not someone. Now all of a sudden he took cruises all over the place. Really, who says that? The government is telling you that he took cruises all over the place. They can say he did anything. They can say he took a shit in the woods right before this happened like a bear. Does that mean it really happened? No, it doesn't. Use your common sense in all of this. Stop listening to mainstream media crap and stop listening to these conspiracy theorists on fucking YouTube and the internet. Sorry for my cursing because this video will be going public, so I apologize. However, pay attention. There's no way happening. Come across, but you see those towers right there? Taxi cab driver was right below this, over where my finger is. That's where she heard the shots coming from the top of that tower, right? And it goes in line with those being shot in front of the stage and pointing directly behind the stage, and in line with the sound of the shots. And thereafter, when you hear the shots ringing out, it comes from behind. I'm telling you, this was a typical, when you do the hit, let me give you an example, okay? Before I leave. JFK, going down in front of the book depository, right? He comes like this. He got shot from the grassy knoll first, on the side, boom, his head. Then from the building right behind the street where they found a shell casing a few years ago, directly in the power pit on the roof, that old, they found it in the drainage up there. That's what took out the back of his head. Boom, Oswald never fired a shot. Look at the plan from JFK and look at what I'm trying to say to you. The third shot, meaning the third spot that they say that the shooter was where Lee Harvey Oswald was up in the book depository, right? If we redo all this, that would have been the book depository window. Pay attention. JFK would have been the concert facility in his car, okay? Cross shots, boom, boom. Last one, blame it on Oswald. Well, now let's blame it on Stephen, right there. The effect, complete setup. Pay attention.